Did the SEC just make a big mistake in the Ripple versus SEC ongoing lawsuit? That's what we're going to talk about in this video, guys. XRP Army, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys so much for coming back. Drop your X's down below in the chat so I know you're here. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is where you come for your XRP news. If you're watching over on X, you know what to do. Interact with this video. Drop your comments down below. I want you guys all to give me your thoughts on what's going on right now, and I want to curate all of that and probably make another video off of that. So drop your comments down below, because we're going to get into some of the things that happened. Obviously, yesterday we got word that, yes, indeed, the SEC is going to appeal in the Ripple lawsuit. They had until October 7th to come to a decision. Obviously, they came down yesterday and made their decision before the October 7th deadline. But I want to weigh in here. I want to share with you guys some thoughts from some of the experts out there, and also interject some of my opinions here and get you guys up to speed on what's going on. So, Jeremy Hogan, who is a big attorney in the Ripple case, had some interesting things to say after the SEC decided to appeal yesterday, after the news came out. He started by saying this: big mistake by the SEC. It will appeal the programmatic sales ruling, and if it wins, it will get more money from Ripple and have protected nobody. Now, I want to stop right there for a minute. These are the programmatic sales. This is the institutional side that is still ongoing here. XRP is not a security. When it comes to the retail trading side, that is why it's listed back on all these exchanges. They are going back and forth right now on the institutional or programmatic sales. But again, what Hogan said here is very true. No matter what, they're not protecting anybody here. He says Ripple will raise its, quote, blue sky law issue, and if it wins, the SEC's ability to regulate the entire crypto space is essentially destroyed. Not a good calculation of risk by the SEC. It would make a poor stock trader. In other words, by doing this, and if Ripple still wins, a precedent is then set that the crypto space is back. And this is why this Ripple versus SEC case is not only big for anybody who holds XRP, anybody interested in XRP. This is massive for the entire altcoin space, everything that is not Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the only two ETFs. We know that XRP, Bitwise has filed for an XRP ETF. It's only a matter of time until that happens. Now, this is probably going to get dragged into 2025. I just spit everywhere. But I'll go on here because there's more. He says this is an appeal by right. The trial judge can't reject the appeal. The SEC is very likely to lose, he says, both statistically and based on the fact-heavy way the judge wrote her opinion. Even if the SEC were to, quote-unquote, win, he said, on appeal, it's very likely just a matter of money. Ripple just will give up more money. Nothing would change as to XRP and its use by Ripple. They're just kicking the can down the road, essentially. In a couple of weeks, we'll know what issues the SEC is appealing, and then it must file its first brief by December. So this first brief must be filed by December. This is why I believe it's going to go into 2025 here. It will not be appealing that XRP is not a security. Importantly, watch for whether the SEC is appealing the injunction. A ruling from the appellate court won't happen until late 2025, early 2026. Late 2025, early 2026. I posted it would take until summer 2025 a couple months ago. I was wrong about that, he says. I refuse to believe that Attorney Gruwall announcing he's leaving the SEC the same day the appeal is filed is just by chance, but I'm kooky like that. The only hope of this all being over soon is if there's new leadership at the SEC. If Trump becomes president again, he says, I will humbly accept the role of director of enforcement and refocus the agency on protecting you from scams, frauds, and thieves. That would be interesting. Now, this is why the presidential election is so important. I was there at Bitcoin Nashville. And what Trump said was that if he got into office, that he would make it a point to get rid of Gary Gensler. Now, obviously he was briefed and told to say this because he's sitting there in a room full of crypto and Bitcoin maxis who don't like the guy, who believe the guy has basically hindered the industry in the United States, even though the Bitcoin maxis don't want to have to do with anything else outside of Bitcoin. They still have that same sentiment as many people just in crypto in general. So, this November is a big deal. Not only in the Ripple XRP, Ripple SEC XRP case, but in crypto at large. Because if we get new leadership in the SEC, and or they have less power to regulate, control, dictate what happens in the cryptocurrency markets, that is going to change a whole hell of a lot. A whole hell of a lot. My stance is this. XRP isn't going anywhere. Now, the price has dipped down, obviously, to about 50 cents. We bounced off that hard, which we always do. If you guys were up late last night, making a play at XRP at 50 cents or a buy order down there is always good because there's so much support at 50 cents. Yes, we can break it. Obviously, it's always a thing. But I've watched it happen 5, 6, 7 times in the last year and a half where we bounce off 50 cents hard. And so far, we're doing that, even with the pullback in the market. XRP still down 11%. However, I think it's just another opportunity. Yes, we're going to have to wait longer. Yes, it's frustrating. But if you believe in what Ripple has built, then you just have to be patient here and let this play out over time. That is where we are. That is exactly where we sit right now. And obviously, we'll wait here in a few weeks to see what exactly the SEC is appealing. We'll be covering all the news and information related to XRP in the meantime every single day. So make sure you guys are locked in to this channel. I appreciate you guys so much for coming back here each and every day and showing your support. If you haven't dropped your X's down in the chat, if you haven't commented down below your thoughts, opinions, ideas around all of this, definitely want to hear from you guys. While you're down below in the description, I've got a link to Margex. I'm going to be opening up some positions on XRP. You better believe that. We already liquidated a couple when it popped up to 66 cents. We made some money on those. We're going to be taking some spots on XRP. Be on the lookout for that over on Margex with the leverage trading platform that I've partnered up with. There's no KYC over there. Big sign-on bonus. This is the time to make some plays in the market with the market down. And if you're interested in becoming the best trader you can become, you need some type of indicator in your toolbox. I've got XT Algo. That's my company. Links down below to that as well. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.